Hey everyone, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm going to do a collective reading. We're going to see what you guys need to know at this time. Keep in mind, it's general. It could be past, present, or future. You will know best how this resonates in your story for you. So let's see, guys. What is the message today? What do you need to know at this time? King of Swords, a King of Wands in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician. Okay, so for some reason, I feel like this is going to be a continuation off of the last reading, okay? Because I want to say that the King of Wands in reverse and the King of Swords are the same person, but I feel like someone here is angry. I feel like the King of Swords, well, I don't want to speak too soon, but right now my initial feeling is that this person is in the upright. Like this is someone that does follow the law, okay? They're angry because something has gone missing. Four of Pentacles in reverse. And why do I feel like it's whatever was in the evidence locker, huh? All right, so if you didn't watch my last crime hour, I feel like this is a continuation off of that. So let's see, why is the King of Swords here? Who is this? Who's the King of Swords? This is someone that's worried. They're stressed out about a Queen of Cups. The World. And something closing out, a cycle ending, okay? Who's the King of Wands reverse? The Four of Cups and the Two of Cups. This has to do with a relationship, a partnership, someone being upset. The Knight of Cups in reverse over a rejection. Or maybe it's something different. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, what's the Four of Pentacles reverse? There's a fight. There's an argument about a Queen of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so there's some sort of an argument that broke out here about a Queen of Wands in reverse and a lot of money, okay? A lot of money. Tell me more about this King of Swords, please. Who is this? Oh, never mind. It's a thief. But I don't really know. Is this the thief or is this the person that discovered the thief? Or is this someone that lied and stole something? I don't know. Who is this? Bad health. Somebody that lied about someone's health or someone being in bad health. Okay, so the King of Swords is not looking too good right now. This has to do with some sort of information, messages, communication. Somebody lying about bad health. Justice and the Four of Swords. This is somebody who's not talking, okay? It does feel legal. Like I feel like it still has something to do with the legal system here. It's like someone here is not talking. They're not talking. They're not saying something. What is that? But they can't avoid the conversation. So they don't want to have a conversation, but they can't avoid it either. They don't want to deal with it, but they have to. Because Not Today is in reverse. It's like they don't want to deal with it, but they have to. Addiction. Bad health. This could have something to do with drugs. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords, please. The Fool. Somebody here took some sort of a risk that they're worried about now. The Seven of Cups. To confuse people. To create an illusion around something tangible, okay? Some sort of a gift, some sort of evidence. Who's the King of Swords? Who is this? The Eight of Wands. The Lovers. It's a Gemini. It's a Gemini. Somebody lying about someone's health because they don't want to have to speak up when it comes to the legal system, the justice system. This is going to be another crime reading. I can already tell. What's the World? The Four of Wands. This has to do with home. Okay, home Wi-Fi network, online, internet. The Eight of Cups and someone walking away, somebody not being home. Somebody not being home. Okay, who's the King of Wands in reverse? This is someone that's getting a message of concern about the path that they chose. Okay, King of Wands in reverse, someone is angry. They're acting out, they're temperamental. They're getting a message of concern about the path that they chose. Temperance. The Three of Cups. This has to do with a group of people or a party or a third party. What's that? Three of Cups. So watching, looking, and stalking. Watching, looking, and stalking. There's a King of Wands in reverse getting a message of concern because there's a group of people that are being watched, or they're getting the message of concern that there's someone that knows that this group of people is watching and stalking, and they're trying to change the perception of that. Yeah, there's been some sort of sudden change, shocking news here, a surprise epiphany, some sort of upheaval when it comes to a relationship, a soulmate connection. What's this rejection? Knight of Cups reverse. The Snake. This is someone that's in competition with you. They're an enemy. They think that they're clever and malicious. This is someone that's jealous, spiteful. They don't have any empathy. No, it's about money. Wealthy man. It's almost like this person is upset about the people that they've been working with because they know that it's really giving me like they know that people are being watched, or they know that people are being investigated. They know that people are being looked at. That's the message of concern. Is that somebody's been found out when it comes to some sort of watching, looking, stalking. And this person is a snake. They don't have any empathy. There's been a sudden change, some sort of shocking news when it comes to the partnerships that they've made with people. It's really giving me that somebody found out that people are like being watched, or they're being looked at or investigated. What's the Four of Pentacles reverse? Courthouse. So this has to do with someone that works at a government position, or somebody that works for the court system, the judicial system. Yeah, it's something about the judge or the justice system, the courthouse. Somebody didn't say something, but they can't avoid it anymore. They didn't want to have to speak up, but they can't avoid it anymore. They don't want to deal with something, but they have to. What's the fight? A mature woman. There's an argument here with a mature woman. Fighting about a mature woman. They don't have any compassion at all. Despair in reverse. Like someone does not care at all. There's something here about not having any empathy, or the way that they're lying. Yeah, it's all about money, stability, security, endurance. So whoever this person is, they think that it's like, It's just a question of like who can endure the longest, okay? Or there's something here about a fight surrounding money. So a fight surrounding, or there's an argument that broke out because of money. Something about the courthouse, something about the justice system. Okay, so what am I missing? The Five of Swords. This is someone that wants to win at all costs. Like, they don't care. They will do anything to win. They will walk over corpses if they need to. They want to manipulate. They want to get their way. They want revenge. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. They're not thinking clearly here or long term. This person does not make practical decisions, okay? They make decisions based out of revenge and sabotaging. Yeah, they're just angry. This is someone that is just, they're just angry. They're not getting their way. They want control. They want power and dominance, okay? This is someone that's very toxic. They're just out for blood at this point. That's what it feels like. Someone is just out for blood and revenge, okay? Yeah, that it has to do with this whole plan that they have surrounding a gift or giving something to someone, a new beginning in love, an offer. Or, I mean, honestly, I feel like the Ace of Cups in this case is like food or drinks, okay? I gotta be honest. It's something tangible that's supposed to look like a nice offer, but it's here with someone lying about health, which makes me think that they're trying to, you know, give you something because they're out for blood, they're out for revenge. It's something about a breakup. Lovers in reverse. The World. And the Page of Cups. Something about online messages. And someone's home. The Four of Wands. Online messages. And the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, huh? I don't really like seeing that one. What's the Page of Cups? This has to do with online messages, okay? And somebody's occupation or the plan. The plan with the online messages, the plan with the fake social media profile, the plan to frame you for some sort of line of work, okay? And this has to do with something online and a lot of money and a fight breaking out because of something going on at the courthouse or in the justice system. So it's kind of like what it's giving me is this King of Swords. They were told, I feel like, by a third party or someone else that was trying to set you up that you do some sort of online work, okay? And this King of Swords, I guess, out of curiosity, what I'm getting, out of curiosity, engaged in whatever this is online, only to find out that it was a lie. And now their money is tied to this online occupation. So they spent money on this. They bought something on this online occupation, okay? They put money into this. Queen of Wands in reverse is, again, is giving me the same as the last reading. It's like somebody might have told this King of Swords that you're an online sex worker, okay? This King of Swords out of curiosity paid for it. Now their money is tied into it. Or they got some sort of a bribe from this money that's, you know, some sort of sex trafficking. And they're getting a message of concern that somebody is under investigation or somebody, there's a group of people here involved in watching, looking, stalking, hacking. And this King of Swords is now lying about health, lying about your health. Okay, this could be lying about you having like a drug addiction is what I'm getting, or lying about you having an illness of some sorts. It's because they don't want to have to come clean to the justice system about what they did and why they did it and who they're working with. And they'd rather just get rid of you. I feel like that's the plan here. Because they just want to win at all costs, because they didn't plan, they didn't know, they want to act like they didn't know, but they're out for revenge here. They feel like they've been duped, and rather than just, you know, be a normal fucking person and just come clean about it, they don't want to be involved in some sort of an online sex trafficking ring, I guess. And now they want to come and lie about, you know, this occupation, lie about your health, because they're getting a message of concern. That's what this is giving me. And they don't want to deal with it. Working with the King of Cups, because of this money, because they got money, they got a bribe. They got a lot of money from a King of Cups. Or it's a King of Cups and a King of Swords working together here to say something about your job, okay? To say something about how you make your money, or it's the fact that they took some sort of bribes. Yeah, they're trying to avoid a painful ending here with some sort of money. They're trying to save themselves and sacrifice you, strength. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune. They think that they have the power to control fate. They think that they have the power to control the outcome or how this is going to go. Okay, they think that they have the strength to overcome this. They can just, you know, lie their way out of it, manipulate their way out of it. Yeah, they just don't want to stop. They just don't want to stop. And whatever this is, this message, letter, communication, this is their attempt at trying to defend themselves, okay? By sacrificing you. They want to make you the sacrifice. Yeah, they don't, because they don't want to look like they were working together with other people. They don't want to be attached to this money, this 10 of Pentacles. And I'm pretty sure this 10 of Pentacles has something to do with like an sex trafficking ring. Okay, coming out next to the Queen of Wands in reverse like that. Yeah. They don't want to be attached to this, but they already are. Yeah, that's why they're coming in to try and create an illusion. Queen of Swords, that's why they're trying to come and create an illusion, create confusion about who this is and who's who, and that this is you, and that this is not sex trafficking, it's actually you, right? That's what they're trying to say, because they don't want to be attached to all this money. Yeah, they don't want their reputation to be ruined. They don't want to have a fall from grace. These are narcissists. You have to understand. They're narcissists. They don't want their reputation to be ruined by this, okay? That they can't balance this out. 2 of Pentacles reverse. The 10 of Cups. But they can't balance something out here with a family. Or something is being defeated here. They're facing defeat when it comes to a family situation. Or there's something that they can't balance out that they did when it comes to a family situation. Yeah, because the truth is going to come out. 9 of Cups. Why do I feel like it's the truth about some sort of drugs, man? Is this the drugs out of the evidence locker? That's what I feel. That's what I feel. This is a mess. Like whoever, this whole crime, like this whole situation is just a mess. It is. It really is. So I'm going to do another crime reading because I'm pretty sure that's where this is going. So let's see what else we can find out, guys. Okay. What is it that this King of Swords doesn't want to tell the justice system? They don't want to come clean. Third eye and roofied. So something you're seeing with your third eye here about how they try to roofie you. Yeah. Trying to lie about your health. I feel like they try to say that you're like addicted to some sort of drugs because they plan on roofing you. Okay. Lying, because they're lying. A doctor. R. Okay. So R-O. R. A doctor. Trying to blame it on a doctor. That's why they're trying to blame the drugs on a doctor. Because they don't want their buddy at Homeland Security Customs Zoll to get in trouble for stealing the drugs out of the evidence locker. That's what this is, huh? Dark web. A dark web that they wove here. The agreement with the inheritance. That's why they agreed to create a narrative about an inheritance. Because they wove a dark web. That's what I feel with that one, okay? They are obsessed with this dark web that they're weaving. They are obsessed with this. They are obsessed with trying to blame drugs on a doctor. Blame it on everyone else except for them, right? Oh, no. Never mind. No. Why are you saying no? Why are you saying no? Camera. Tax evasion. Throat chakra. This has to do with them trying to say something about someone evading taxes. Throat chakra, tax evasion, because of a camera, because of what's on the camera. They tried to say you have a disease. Yeah, okay, so I don't know. Did they already get caught on the camera? Are they already seen on the camera? Is somebody already been seen on the camera? I don't know. Something about the camera, secret. They're possessed by a demon. Yeah, they are. Pressing charges. They're obsessed with finding ways to press charges on you. That's what it is. They're not obsessed with the plan. They're obsessed with finding any which way to blame this on you. They're obsessed with trying to find any which way to press charges on you. They're obsessed with this. Obsessed with trying to press charges on you. Because of the identity fraud. Yeah. G. Because of because they feel like they have jurisdiction to do this. Because of G. All right. Yeah, they're trying to sabotage somebody's jurisdiction and make the case run cold. They're trying to sabotage someone's jurisdiction and make the case run cold. They are obsessed with trying to press charges on you. They're obsessed with trying to blame some sort of drugs on a physical disease and a doctor. They're obsessed with trying to say something about an inheritance. Yeah. Okay, so this is like basically like, why are they so obsessed? Because they're involved. T. Because it's a RICO case, that's why. Okay, it's a conspiracy. And that's the sign or the message. Because there's a lot of people involved. A lot. T. Is that the person that stole the drugs or what? Malicious intent. This has to do with a lawsuit, a phone call, they're trying so hard to get a lawsuit on you. They're trying so hard to press charges on you because of whatever they did on the phone. It's all connected to their international bank account number. It's all connected to this money. All right. Detective. So what's this? 7 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. They're angry, enraged. They're so angry and enraged that they have decided to support the plan of trying to lace some sort of drugs. I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is like a pill. I gotta be honest, okay? It's like some sort of a medication or something like that. They're so enraged that they're trying to lace something. They're supporting this whole plan now. J. Yes. Yes, that's what they're doing. Paying N. JN, paying. Yes, because of paying something. Because their money is attached to it. Because their money, because they are attached to this money. International bank account number. They're attached to the crime. They're attached to the dirty money, whatever that is over there. So they're obsessed with trying to make it look like it was you. And this has to do with them lacing something, lacing drugs into food, okay, or drinks or something like that. Lacing drugs into your things. Trying to roofie you. Oh, no. Why you keep saying no? National. Alcohol. Alcohol. Drinks. this has to do with a deal that they made with pharmaceutical drugs, South America, and an investigation. This has to do with some sort of an investigation into some sort of a dealing with pharmaceutical drugs. Dealing with pharmaceutical drugs. Because of the cybercrime going on at your home. Yeah. Again, it's some sort of like online SEX trafficking. It's online cybercrimes. Something being linked to them. Something about your home, their home, where they live. The phone. They want to make it look like, or they want you taken into custody, okay? They want to throw you in jail or prison. They want you to go into custody. Or they want to get something into your custody so that they can put you in jail or prison. Or they just want you straight up dead, okay? They want you dead. Because of the choices that they made online, internet, it's the same thing. They made the choices on the internet. And I was already getting that without even the crime cards coming out. The online occupation, the internet, the World Wide Web, the occupation, the choices they made on the internet, the cyber crimes, the dark web, trying to take you out because they don't want this to be traced back to them with whatever they were doing here with this bank account. It all starts there with that money. All right? Trying to make it look like it's you. They don't want to be attached to this, even though they are. Yeah. So they're lying about your health. Now tell me about this King of Wands in reverse being angry. It's a message of concern about a group of people being watched. What is that about? It's about death. Okay. Jail or prison. It's about a message of concern when it comes to someone going to jail or prison because of a death. NT, attack, bribe. Somebody was bribed money to lie about an attack to try and get you in jail or prison over a death, all right? Why is this a message of concern? Because of K. Because of a caseworker. K, protected by angels. Because you're protected by angels, because of someone working the case, KK, because of somebody working this case that knows that you're innocent. So someone working the case knows that you're innocent. And that's why this is a message of concern when it comes to trying to plan an attack, bribing people to say that you attacked someone, but someone working this case knows that you're innocent. Because of clothes, because of a birth certificate, and a hotel. Okay, so there's multiple things that prove that you're innocent. And this has to do with a confession, or this has to do with something again with the CON. Cleaning service and a pregnancy. A pregnancy, right. They tried to say that you attacked someone and that somebody suffered a pregnancy loss because of you. But that whole story was falsified and fabricated. Yeah, so the bad news that they got is that this whole story was falsified and fabricated. They lied about someone that was pregnant being attacked, causing a death. That was a lie. And that was a message of concern that that was a lie. And this has to do with sex. At a club or a bar, and someone being possessed by a demon. This has to do with sex and at a club or a bar? Or having sex with someone after meeting them at the club. Yeah, warning. This was just some sort of, this was just some bullshit to support someone's fraud, okay, Jay? This was just a bullshit fraud set up here. Right, so what else? Something about an STD. Man, they really tried everything. Like I said, obsessed with trying to press charges on you. Yeah, they tried to say something about an STD. They tried to say something about a hotel, okay? Some sort of sex, some sort of pregnancy attack. Really? Yeah, all of this was just premeditated bullshit. All of it was premeditated because they're trying to cover up this financial crime. Okay? All of it is just premeditated to cover up who they hired. And it has to do with someone being pulled in for questioning here, B. BN. This has to do with fentanyl and a wire. Fentanyl and a wire. A video. Binding poison. Trying to bind the poison to you with a video. Trying to bind the poison to you with a video. Canada. Trying to bind the poison to you with a video. Yeah. Okay, so what is this Four of Pentacles in reverse? Losing control of something. The lawsuit, okay? So they have to give up the lawsuit here, this courthouse lawsuit, for some sort of money. Because it's counterfeit. This lawsuit is just sabotage. It's just to make a case run cold. They're trying to sabotage a case. Or they're trying to sabotage something so a case runs cold. And this whole thing is counterfeit. It's not even real. It's just a fake lawsuit. And this has to do with something that you said or something that somebody said here, C, about opiates. And a loan. And I feel like this Ten of Pentacles is the loan, okay? This has to do with, this is some sort of social security fraud, okay, or identity fraud, or a loan that was taken out in your name, okay, even though it's fraudulent. This has to do with stealing your social security or stealing your information. And I guess a lot of financial crimes was going on with this loan here, okay, the social security fraud, a lot of crime. And they're trying to make this case run cold here, heart chakra. But there's a smoking GUN. The truth. But the truth is the smoking GUN. The truth is the smoking GUN, okay? This has to do with health insurance and an SA. Health insurance and SA, or someone's health, okay, their sexual health, because STD did come out. This has to do with an account or an accountant, an account, T. Screenshots. This has to do with some sort of screenshots. Somebody claiming that they were injured. So somebody brought forward some sort of screenshots. They claimed that they were injured. But the truth is coming out about your health or someone's health. Because all of this is tied to a loan and Social Security. And they tried to get a lawsuit going on you, I guess for some sort of compensation. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. But they're not getting any money in this lawsuit because the truth is coming out about this injury or somebody claiming that you attacked them or attacked a pregnancy. And it's coming out that that was a lie. They're not getting any fucking money out of that one. Crown chakra robbery. And this has to do with somebody stealing something or robbing something. So because a lawsuit went bust, or because they couldn't continue with some sort of a fake counterfeit lawsuit to cover up the loan and the Social Security fraud, this has to do with the robbery. The answer, this is the answer to the cocaine. Who stole the cocaine? It was whoever's trying to cover up this lawsuit, yeah? Who stole the cocaine out of the evidence locker? D. That was the agreement with D. That's the agreement that they made with D. So they're obsessed with pressing charges on you. I feel like they've tried a lot of different ways, okay? And they're obsessed with this. They're obsessed with trying to get a lawsuit going, with pressing charges or something like that. But since something fell through because something was a lie, has to do with robbery. H. Has to do with this money, trust fund, a marriage and a chronic illness, social media. Yeah, they use a social media profile. Pretended that someone is married. This has to do with a married couple. A married couple trying to press charges on you or file a lawsuit against you, claiming that they have an illness because of you. They have a chronic illness because of you. And this is all for this trust fund money. Again, I don't know if this is like HT. Chronic illness. STD, SA, health insurance. Someone might have tried to get a lawsuit going against you saying that you gave them injury from a shot. This reminds me of a Patreon reading I did. Which one was it? Last week. Something about faking an illness. Or a family member giving someone false documentation. Like HTB came out. I know that B came out. Like hepatitis or something like that? An STD, hepatitis. Okay. A chronic illness. Hospital, doctor. Look, somebody might have let's say someone got a mature woman here. Let's say someone got hepatitis. You don't have to get hepatitis through an STD or through SEX. You can get it through dirty needles. right? So let's say there was some sort of malpractice at a hospital, and there's someone here, like a mature woman, like someone's mother, that ends up contracting hepatitis through a dirty needle at the hospital. These people then, oh right, lying about your health. They then try and claim that they have hepatitis or something like that from you, okay? Or just choose the illness that you want to, that applies to you. I'm just saying hepatitis because of the HT. And I swear there was a B somewhere as well. Okay. They try to say that you gave them an illness when in reality this person got it from a shot, and it's not even their documentation. They got it from a family member. And this has to do with your health insurance, which could also then prove in turn why this person was so hell-bent on trying to have sex with you. If you know, if you feel like, or if you know that somebody has been trying to lure you into some sort of a date or some sort of an sex trap where they were trying to roofie you and then maybe, you know, do this to you, SA you, without your consent, it's because they could have lied in the past about some sort of an illness, okay? Some sort of a STD, that they got it from you, right? When in reality, it might not even be them, it could be their mother that has it, okay? Something like that. So, okay, so a lawsuit isn't going anywhere. What else? So this has to do with social media. Yeah, some sort of messages they set up on social media where I'm betting they tried to make you look like an SCX worker. And this has H. Health insurance, heart, HE. Something about like an STD that starts with HE, okay? So either it's hepatitis or it's herpes, one or the other. Abuse. A truck driver, okay? So it could be a truck driver, or this has to do with a truck driver that is trying to SA you because they're trying to claim that they got an STD from you. But this was just foul play. No. International. No. Foul play. Why did I get like a foul smell? A smell, okay, because of a smell. This has to do with you not being home. Something about someone not being home. Eviction. Or this has to do with someone trying to get you evicted. Someone trying to get you kicked out of the house. Someone tried to get you kicked out of the house. They tried to get you evicted from your home. Yes, some working together with an employee. This has to do with someone driving under the influence. Or someone's ex and a death certificate. Or your ex that was planning your death, okay? Driving under the influence. What else? A kidnapping. An SCXing. So they tried to cover up the fact that you never gave something to them with some sort of fake SCXing. Kidnapping. Protective order. They wanted a protective order because of a kidnapping. Forensics, driving by. This has to do with someone driving by somewhere and forensics. OI. Driving by and forensics. tried to get a protective order because of a kidnapping. Driving under the influence with a child. This has to do with GPS tracking. What? A landlord. This has something to do with your landlord or your home. Trying to get you evicted with your landlord, okay? Or your landlord wanted you evicted. This has to do with GPS tracking you or GPS spoofing, okay? Driving under the influence, driving by, driving. Something about driving, GPS tracking and driving. This has to do with a landlord that wanted you evicted. Something about you not being home. So maybe they knew that you were not home. They knew when you were not home because they had a GPS tracker on your car. Is that what it is? Or they were GPS tracking you or your phone, so they knew where you were at all times. And this has to do with some sort of sexting. So they were GPS tracking you somehow, and that's how they could, that's how they knew when you were driving somewhere, or they knew when you were home because of a GPS tracker. I feel like it's on a car. It has to do with a security camera. And a government agency. So somebody that works in a government agency and a security camera. Why do I feel like it's like a GPS tracking device, like a government kind of a thing, like an air, what's it called? Those air tag things. That's how they stole something. EA, crime with a prescription. EA, AE, crime and a prescription. AE, EA. This is how they committed the crime with the prescription. This could be a place. EA, I'm getting this is a place. This is how they committed the crime with the prescription, because they had a GPS tracker on you and they knew where you were, or they knew where you were driving. They knew that you weren't home. They knew that you were not home. Whoa, tax evasion and a physical disease. This has to do with them trying to cover up something, saying that you have a disease, saying that you're evading taxes, because they were hired with malicious intent. They were hired with malicious intent to track you when you're not home. Or maybe let someone know where you are that you're not home. Under the guise of like a kidnapping, like saying that you are going to kidnap someone, or you're kidnapping a child. Something about GPS tracking you. This has to do with, okay, hold on. This is good news because of your Wi-Fi connection. Oh, this is another time they did this, I feel. Good news, Wi-Fi. Someone's about to get good news with Wi-Fi because you have an alibi where you were in that time where they did something. Is this another time they're trying to confuse where you were? Yeah, car and real estate. It has something to do with your car. A GPS tracker on your car. They knew when you were home and they knew when you weren't home. And they even knew where you were at all times is what I'm feeling because of an AirTag or a GPS tracker on your car. A detective lying about a DNA test. This has to do with a detective lying about a DNA test. A detective lying about a DNA test because they were bribed. And this has to do with a meeting, a report. This has to do with a report that they made during a meeting, or a report about a meeting. A bribe with a DNA test. A detective that has a DNA test that has to do with your home. Okay, bad news. All right, what else are you trying to tell the collective here? So they got some sort of bad news about something about a pregnancy attack and a lawsuit. Okay, and then what? And then they tried to say something about an STD and trying to get you set up with an STD, or something like that. Man, they have tried a lot. Okay, what else? Someone is two-faced and deceptive about N. Someone is a thief. Somebody stole something and they're two-faced and deceptive. No. What do you mean no? This has to do with someone working a trade job and a car. A car mechanic. A car mechanic. A car mechanic. Somebody that works as a car mechanic put a GPS tracker on your car. PayPal trust fund. Someone that is a mechanic, a car mechanic, got paid money to put a GPS tracker on the car. It's disguised friend, wife, a wife's friend, or someone's wife is someone's friend. So the car mechanic's wife is someone's friend, disguise. That's their job or their business, to disguise something about a job or a business. What is this about a car mechanic? Hold on. Fake profile, someone being intoxicated. They need an alibi. Somebody's doing spell work for someone that's in law, a power of attorney. Someone is doing, what is this with a car mechanic? Something here was premeditated for an alibi. This is a warning that this has to do with a child selling something. Geolocation. The geolocation of someone that's selling something to support a child. This was premeditated for an alibi. This has to do with a phone call, clothes, poison on clothes, trying to bind something to you by poisoning your clothes. What does this have to do with a car and a mechanic? It has to do with gossip and slander. And a transfer. R. So R could be the name of your mechanic. This has to do with something that was stolen, changing hands, breaking into someone's intellectual property. Something was stolen and it's changing hands. It has to do with someone breaking into someone's intellectual property. R was made an offer to help on the case with the VPN. Because of the VPN case, was made an offer, VPN, this case, to say something about a mental illness because they made a false statement about street drugs. What the hell is this? What does this have to do with a mechanic, man? A car mechanic, GPS tracking. This has to do with the law. The law? Pictures. Yes. So somebody in law is friends with a car mechanic's wife. Okay, and so what? This has to do with a video. Pictures and videos of lacing something G. Of lacing a G, what? Lacing a GPS? Lace G. G. RG. Is someone's friend? What the hell is this? Okay, hold on. What are you telling me about here? With a car mechanic. This has to do with a gift. An offer. Trying to switch something around so that they can avoid their own painful ending. This is a message for the law. Again, this is some sort of communication for the justice system, for the law. It has to do with a car mechanic. A car mechanic. What about it? It has to do with somebody selling something. Premeditated, intoxicated. Something is premeditated about trying to intoxicate someone. Possessed by a demon. Has to do with a possession. What? Office. Game over. Game over for the video. Yes, it's game over for their video. Yes, because something was premeditated with a car mechanic. This has to do with someone breaking into something and changing hands. Something changing hands. They broke into something and it's changing hands. H. International. What the hell? This has to do with a landlord. A landlord breaking in because they were bribed. And they were bribed to break into someone's home, real estate, to get a protective order for a child kidnapping. This has to do with forensics on the dark web. S. Somebody manipulating something on the dark web, trying to manipulate forensics. S, trying to manipulate forensics. F, by invading someone's privacy. Trying to bind a phone call to someone. What does this have to do with a car mechanic? This has to do with somebody having, this has to do with something being transferred to an attorney. And someone who's being blackmailed. G and laced, a friend. Somebody's friend laced something, a GPS, mental illness. someone's friend laced something. Income garnishment. Why do I feel like G is like a part of a car, but I don't know what the parts of the car are? Pharmaceutical drugs. Traffic. It has to do with someone being jealous at someone's home. Jealous mortgage. Trafficking. Driving to someone's home. Jealous. A doctor and R. A doctor and the mechanic. What does the mechanic have to do with it? It has to do with cocaine and opiates. The car mechanic has something to do with cocaine and opiates? And the loan and a chronic illness. Because of a loan and a chronic illness. No, it's a scam. Antibiotics. Why am I getting air conditioner, man? I'm not even kidding. I keep getting like something about the car, like the air conditioning. Trying to cause a chronic illness, air conditioning, antibiotics, E. Why am I getting air conditioning? Is it GPS? Okay, hold on. Is the car mechanic involved in this shit because of some sort of GPS tracking device? Or does this have to do with air conditioning? Why are you showing me car mechanic and something about driving a car? Because of F. Because of the power of an attorney, F and G. Someone being jealous, cocaine, no. No. Selling, no selling. This has to do with court. C and court, M, G, and F. IP address and a murder. What the hell? A, someone that's retired. G, again, GG. A, O, F and M, FM, murder, retired, someone that's retired or getting tired from air conditioning, getting tired from air conditioning. So if you notice, this doesn't have to be now, but this could have been in the past. Maybe you notice in the past, like if you put on your air conditioning in the car, you would get tired from your air conditioning. J. This could, yeah, J. Getting tired from air conditioning. This has to do with someone that has a relationship with a dirty official. So a car mechanic put some sort of drugs in your air conditioning system. To make themselves innocent of this attack here and an international bank account number. Why do I feel like this is something about air conditioning? To say that you're depressed. Someone is airplane, air, two-faced and deceptive, air, face, air in the face, Air in your face. Look at that. Two-faced. Air in your face. The air that blows into your face could be making you tired. It's because of a narcissist. D in Europe. Because of somebody claiming they were a witness to something. Wait a minute. You're telling me that someone's car mechanic is in on this shit and they have been putting a tracker on someone's car and also putting some sort of drugs in someone's air conditioning? What the fuck? I mean, you could have noticed that something was weird because of you getting tired in the car. This doesn't have to be recent. This could have been a long time ago. H. A. AH. J and G. A, J, H, and G. Attack. This, someone being tired, selling, murder. What the frick, man? What else do we need to know about this? This has to do with an inheritance. Trying to cover up an inheritance. Trying to cover up this money. It's all about trying to figure out ways to cover up the money or cover up the murder. And the way that they're doing is by trying to say that you're selling something, some sort of drugs, investment, insurance, motive, the motive behind some sort of corruption here. Investing into insurance. The motive behind a car mechanic investing into, like, not insurance, but like it's giving me like guarantee, like your guarantee that you have on your car. Like they did something and claimed that it was an investment into a guarantee, or that they did something when they told you that they were doing it for your guarantee on your car, when they told you that's an inspection. Something about a car mechanic doing an inspection or telling you that they're doing it for your guarantee on your car. Whatever they did, it was corrupt. They're helping these people, huh? A ring or jewelry. Yes, they are. Yes. Yes, a death certificate. Yes. When they cleaned your car, they could have done a cleaning service on your car after they did something to your car. They cleaned it. They did a cleaning service. Why? Why did they need to do a whole cleaning service on your car after you had it in the shop? Is it because they were putting shit in your air conditioning? In the water tank? In the water tank? B. In the water, B. In the water tank. In the air conditioning. In the water. It's in the water. Support. It's in the, that's the sign or the message for the birth certificate. I feel like it's in the cooling system. They put some sort of drugs in the cooling system of your car. Cooling system, cyber stalking, CS, cleaning service, CS. It's in the cooling system. They fucked with your cooling system. Getting tired in the car. Getting tired in the car. AD. Getting tired. Fucked with the cooling system. Fucked with the water tank. Fucked with the air conditioning. Who is this? Okay, what else? It's somebody trying to kill you. Death. That's the sign or the message about insurance, a ring or jewelry. That's the sign or the message about a ring or jewelry, insurance. Inheritance. Something about you being tired. If you are getting tired in the car, this is your warning from your angels that the reason why you're getting tired is because somebody fucked with your cooling system in your car, or somebody put something in your air conditioning. This has to do with them and street drugs and the VPN. They're trying to cover up the VPN and the street drugs by fucking with your car. Forensics and O. VO. Health insurance, heart chakra. Yeah, it's something about your health. It's something about your heart. They're trying to affect your heart and your health. It could even be mold. Maybe it's not drugs. Maybe it's mold. I don't know. It's something. This is good news for you, though. Because they're trying to cause a car crash. They're trying to get you to crash your car, man. National. This is something about your car. They're trying to cause a car crash. They're trying to get you in a car crash. This is malicious intent. They're messing with your vehicle on purpose. That's the plan. That's the plan. They're going to mess with your car because of a prescription, or this is premeditated. The police, because of the police, or this has to do with an overdose, or they're trying to overdose you. The police. I don't know why the police is here, okay? Or this is someone that works for the police, or this has to do with the police. They're trying to cause an overdose through your car by messing with your car while you're traveling. While you're driving. They're trying to overdose you while you're driving. Because of a cybercrime. They're trying to intoxicate you, changing hands. They're trying to intoxicate you. It's a cybercrime, but I feel like it's the cooling. Something like the cooling system. Air conditioner. That's just what I feel. I don't know. Deposit. They're going to deposit something. Cash. CC. Computer or laptop. It's the conditioning. CD, it's the air, I swear it's the air conditioning, or it's the cooling system. I don't know if that's the same thing, guys. I don't know. Intellectual property. This has to do with a landlord and a truck driver, gossip and slander, or they did this while your car was standing on your property. This has to do with a truck driver, somebody driving. This is organized crime. Okay, is that all you need collected to know? It's about cars. It's about sabotaging a car on purpose. That has to do with a confession. R, a DNA test, a money or a paper trail. K, FKR, FRK, FRK, U. This has to do, that's what they're trying to cover up. AE, oh my God, FRAKU, really? It's because of a device, because they committed perjury about someone being on the West Coast. Thief and a device, because of a device, something was stolen. A device was stolen. They committed perjury on the West Coast. Internet fraud. They're going to try and cause an accidental death. I'm not even kidding. This is a pretty serious warning. UZ is going to try and cause an accidental death because of a letter and a testimony. Tell me more about this car thing. Backfire L. Cooling. Backfire cooling. Cooling system fire. Fire in the cooling system. Something about the motor overheating. Fire. Causing a fire. L. Something about the cooling system. Air conditioning. B. What is B? I don't know what B is on the car. I'm not a car person. False statement X. Because of a false statement and an X. There's receipts of a wiretap. Because of receipts of a wiretap. Case files and taxes. What the hell is going on with the car? Bacteria, virus, or mold. Yeah. Burn or destroy. Burning. Burning. It's something about the cooling system, man. Getting your car to overheat. Something about mold. Bacteria, mold in the air conditioning. Burning and destroying. A judge. Getting the car to overheat. This has to do with surveillance. And a mechanic. It's a mechanic. Online business. Third eye. Amphetamines. Death and K. They made a deal for your death to fuck with the system. I feel like it's in the system, like in your car system. There's a mole in the system. There's something in the system, in the car system, in the cooling system, in something like that. Crown chakra. Okay, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.